Bayelsa has never had it this bad in the history of flooding. The state government says about 300 communities and villages have either been totally or partially submerged, with as many as 700,000 people either affected or displaced. Areas along the Niger, Non, and Forcados rivers in the state have all seen severe flooding since early this month. Among the hardest hit local government areas are Yenagua, Ogbea, Ekeremo, Sagbaba, Kolokuma Okpokuma, and Southern Ijo. Lawmakers from the state in the two chambers of the National Assembly are on a save-our-soul mission as they address the media. They say the floods have claimed lives and rendered many of their constituents homeless. The legislators lament that the state is not just the worst hit, but one that has been severed from the rest of the country by the reason of erosion and the floods. They seek immediate solution to the crisis.
Bayelsa is severed from the rest of this nation. That is the most important factor why you need to declare Bayelsa a disaster emergency. No other state is completely cut off from the rest of Nigeria except Bayelsa, and that's the reality on ground.
Only on Tuesday, the state governor declared a 7-day break for workers in the state as a result of the devastating floods. The lawmakers want necessary government agencies to rally support for the flood victims as the state faces a humanitarian crisis.
The Nigeria Startup Act 2022 is a joint initiative by Nigeria's tech startup ecosystem and the presidency to harness the potential of Nigeria's digital economy through co-created regulations. The act is to ensure that Nigeria's laws and regulations are clearly planned and work for the tech ecosystem. Addressing State House correspondents after the signing of the law by President Muhammadu Buhari, the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Issa Pantami, says the act will consolidate the growth in the digital economy.
Young innovators were engaged in each and every geopolitical zone of Nigeria, where we engage them to voice out their challenges when it comes to enabling environment for business. From their input, we discover there was a need to have Nigeria Startup Act in place.
The minister says some of the provisions of the act, which includes the establishment of a National Council for Digital Innovation and Entrepreneurship, will be chaired by the president.
So there is going to be a council, and this council is going to be chaired by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And the vice chair is going to be the Vice President of Nigeria. And the minister in charge of communications and digital economy will preside over the council in the absence of president and the vice president. And all the institutions that have a role to play in providing the enabling environment for our young startups and our young innovators are members of that council.
Opoka, after 48 hours, after presentation, call for citizen arrest of a making head on, yes, wherever he is found in the threshold and territory of Imo State. Yeah, that's right. And there will be a bounty if after 48 hours, the security agencies, after all the killings, all the lives lost, all the insecurity, all the opening of Owerri prison services, over 1,000 inmates released to torment Imo State, and he's continuing after 48 hours. Enough is enough. There will be declared citizen arrest, and there will be a bounty on his head.